Everybody, what's going on? How are you? This is Ryan. We've got the latest global crypto update here for you. I'm trying a few things new this time, so bear with me. I'm not sure how loud this music's going to be. I'm not sure how loud my voice is, so like I said, it's something new, but let's get right into what we're doing also here, which is the global crypto update. So nothing too crazy since last time I did one of these. A few interesting things have happened, but nothing crazy. I've got about 10 headlines here. So let's see. First one right here. This one's actually happening on two separate events. The CBOE. Right now, they just filed for a Bitcoin ETF to be released, and it's totally possible that it could. They are not the only one that's done it, though. Also, VanEck. VanEck has been on this, though, for a while. This isn't new. VanEck's been going at this for quite a few months now. The SEC had an open question and comment from the public, and it got actually a huge amount of public support. But then again, who knows? Maybe those are all just online crypto enthusiasts that gave it a positive feedback. So two ETFs. Obviously, if one of them gets approved, you would imagine that most of them, which there are about 5 or 6 now at least, as long as they're in similar format, they'll be approved as well. That would be a gigantic influx of new money. So time will tell. A decentralized exchange, a lot of people recognize the name of right here, Bancor, hacked last month, $12 million stolen. Not like that's a great big news or anything, but I like to remind and keep everyone realizing it's not over with. Keep your coins secured. Here is an interesting development for a lot of the established businesses out there right now. American Express just recently applied for a patent for payment systems using blockchain tech, and so did MasterCard. So both the people at both companies right now obviously see something important. It's nice to see just more and more established traditional companies are getting into this. Tether. So Tether just recently actually had an announcement as well, and they put on their company, and it's this isn't like it's a rumor. You can read right down below here. The previous AML, which is anti-money laundering, the previous AML quality control manager of BMO Bank is now the chief compliance officer at Tether. So the last since like over a year now, people have been questioning the legitimacy. And you can see here, Jean-Louis van der Velde is the new chief compliance officer. So you can read more about what he says right on Tether's blog. But that is actually a positive development with Tether. I've always been neutral, but skeptical. This is a great positive thing they're putting out there, so we'll see what happens. Let's see, this is in relation to EOS. As crazy as EOS has been the last few weeks, and as much as you've shaken your head when you see the stuff going on with EOS and the confusion, Peter Thiel and Jihan Wu have both said they've just put in a huge chunk of money into Block One, which is the group that is going to be doing they've got $1 billion set aside currently. I don't know the exact number that Peter Thiel and Jihan Wu put in, but now they've got, anyhow, billions now worth of VC seed money for EOS projects. So that's an interesting development among all the confusion with EOS. So this was kind of interesting. Coinbase, about a week and a half ago, said that they have completed 3 acquisitions. I'm going to mute this lady because I'm doing the talking right now, not you. Coinbase had an announcement. They said that they have acquired 3 different investment firms, all of which are registered with FINRA and the SEC, which means retail investors could have access to these cryptos that Coinbase offers. And so they put this announcement out. Great, we've got approval from the SEC. It's about to move forward, and everybody gets excited. And then a couple days later, they say that actually wasn't true. Somebody misspoke. Somebody got a little ahead of themselves, but they are in the process of at least trying to close 3 acquisitions and figure out how they can finagle retail investors easy access to their crypto. So again, while it didn't happen, it's a positive step that shows they're actually working towards making that happen. A little bit of global news over in India. What is it? The Reserve Bank, RBI, the Reserve Bank of India, has outlawed crypto, but they are about to. They're supposed to actually more recently than this, but they pushed it back to September 11th for open debate to repeal the prohibition that they've got on crypto in India. So, like most countries, I think it's a matter of time. They'll realize eventually that they can't stop. They can't stop the spread of this very easily. So. Also in Vietnam, it says here, Vietnam's central bank backs plan to suspend import of crypto mining equipment. So Vietnam has been very on again, off again with crypto since January, December time. And they've been hostile and then kind of relaxed and then hostile. And as you can see here, and as you read more into the details, it talks about where they're just trying to put suspensions and regulation on bringing the mining equipment in. But then again, they even mention how do you verify that the mining equipment is for mining and not just for personal use. So that's really it globally. I know that there's a few other things, but that's really interesting. That's all that's really interesting globally right now. Let's see, the last two. Augur. Augur just completed their first prediction reward. And if you're not familiar with Augur project, it's a platform where people can go and make bets on, say, politics, who's going to win the race, sports games, any current event really. And this has been in operation and building phase for quite a while, test phase quite a while. And it's nice to see that Augur, a lot of people like Augur. It's nice to see they finally got their very first successful deal done. So keep an eye on them. I'm sure they're going to continue developing positively. And then finally, this was kind of a strange one. Coinbase has established a political action committee. Now, if you're not familiar with what a political action committee is, an organization that's formed to raise funds on behalf of candidates running for public office who represent the interests of the organization behind the PAC. So basically, Coinbase is getting into politics. So I wonder how long it will be until there are job openings for lobbyists for Coinbase. Who knows? Most likely it'll happen. But clearly you can see it was only a matter of time before the Digital Chamber of Commerce wasn't enough to speak with people in DC. So Coinbase is leading the charge. They're not only going to start trying to influence legislatures, but they're going to try to support legislatures and folks running for office who are in support of crypto. So that'll be interesting. I'm curious to see if this has any effect on the primaries that are going on right now, which this article only came out like 6 days ago. I haven't seen any candidates that they've backed yet, but I'm also interested to see how this will affect this fall's election. So yeah, so there you go. Time will tell. That's all I've got right now for you on this. I hope you enjoyed the music. Hope you enjoyed the quick pace and the fast talking style that I did this time. Leave some comments below if you want to, and we'll see you next time, all right? Thanks, everybody. Take care.